Your call has been forwarded. Please leave your message. Your call has been forwarded to an your call.
Hey, this is Reese.
Please leave your message for Please leave your message. Brian?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, not much.
Hey, you're
What's going on?
you're on my talk show, just so you know. So if you don't want to talk on the internet, you could just hang up.
Oh, okay.
But is it really a talk show if no one's listening? I don't know.
Well, we're talking, so there's that.
Yeah, but is it a show? Existentially, I'm not sure. But that's something we could tackle.
Yeah,
I
heard about this show.
You did. Okay, so it's not completely out of the blue. When I always feel
Well-
bad calling people that I don't call often. Because then it's like there's that like moment of dread when you get like a call from someone you don't get a call from very often, where you're like, "What's wrong?"
That's definitely what happened. I was
What
like, she's
happened?
just dead.
Oh God, she's is live and kicking in the other room.
Oh, beautiful. I'm so
Mhm.
glad.
How's it going in Koreatown?
There's a lot of coughing.
There's a lot of coughing
Um,
from you. Are you sick?
No, I just keep hearing people like hacking a lot.
Oh, like your next
Like
door
there's-
neighbors.
Yeah, there's like I have a neighbor across. I have like half of my apartment faces very closely this other building, and so all the windows, people open their windows. It's like an echo chamber, and there's this guy who's like, seems like he's like dying.
Oh no! And he probably
The
is.
coughing is so extreme, and I
Do you kind of wish
can
he'd just
turn it
hurry up?
down. I'm like, you should go somewhere else.
Stop fighting the light. Go quietly.
And then now there's another person who seems to have like taken her coughing right outside the front door of the building.
Huh.
Um,
That seems like
and
a bad place to do it.
I agree. I'm really like fighting these two conflicting feelings. One is like worry and concern for my lovely neighbors,
Yeah,
and the other is like irritation. I'm like,
of course.
you need to go. You gotta go.
Yeah, well, it's just ramping up your anxiety, you know?
Yeah.
I just got
Delivery
delivery for the first time.
What did you get?
Some tacos.
Right on.
And then
I
I-
haven't done that.
And then I put it in the oven to
Yeah.
disinfect it. It was a whole thing. There
You
were
didn't spray your tacos with Clorox?
I considered it. I considered spraying the outside, the foil.
Yeah.
But you know what made it worse was there were like actual doctor people in the taqueria
Oh.
in scrubs. And
Were
like
they just getting lunch?
yeah. And
Oh, okay. That's good.
of
They weren't like hauling
course,
away a corpse.
like they're heroes, right? But
Yeah.
man, I was kind of like, do you guys gotta do you gotta exist
You were like,
right
go
here?
somewhere else.
Can you take the hero work elsewhere for a moment while I get my tacos?
Yeah. I went to a brewery this weekend and they were like selling canned beer to go, and they were all like in kind of like hazmat gear and
Yeah.
sprayed all of the cans like with bleach as they put them in the bag. It was pretty intense.
Wow.
But that's the only like takeout I've got. I haven't.
Which
I
brewery?
think I got. It was in San Pedro. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting to that point where I'm ready for some takeout.
I know. I'm ready for everything to start again. I'm getting
You are.
impatient. I'm like Donald Trump at this moment, except
But
I
don't you
give a
feel
fuck
like
about the. Of
it's gonna be like
course.
sort of even more of a bummer?
Of course. Yeah. No, I know it's wrong. Me specifically, like I'm not doing shit to help. So like, what right do I have to be impatient? But I'm just feeling it. I've been telling my single friends that it will be the summer of love, and people will be fucking in the road like the Beatles song.
Yeah.
I know it's a lie. But it feels like what you might tell a child, during the Holocaust or whatever, like that movie where that famous Italian actor lies to his son or daughter. Did you see that movie?
Was it recent? The one, the guy who's like the
when I was in high school.
Schindler's
He's like,
List?
okay, it's the guy from I'm forgetting his name. This is what I remember about the actor. When he won an Oscar, maybe for this film, probably, he climbed over all the seats.
Oh, Love is Love. Love, it's like Love.
Actually.
Life. Love, actually, right? No, but it's like Life is Beautiful, right?
Yes, Life is Beautiful. You know it exactly.
Yeah, he had the
Roberto
acceptance speech of all time. Yeah, he was extremely emotional.
Yeah, it was great. And anyway, that's kind of me right now. I'm just pretending that everything's going to be okay. Also, I want to go on tour in September.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like another lie, doesn't it?
A bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if we do get these extra freedoms, then we're going to have a second round.
Right. But aren't we going to, no matter what? Unless we wait till the vaccine.
I feel like that's actually when, like, my parents are going to die and stuff. I feel like that's the time when people are just going to be so sick of being careful. And then that sucker punch.
Yes.
Is going to come.
We're just going to like convince ourselves that it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I know. I know. It's not going to happen.
Or you're like, hey, buddy. Like, I actually was thinking about coming over to you and Chisa's house. I was like, I just want to like pop over.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was like, I want to get this book that I lent Chisa, but really it was just kind of an excuse. But I was like,
sure.
Even just like seeing your faces.
Yeah.
And then not being able to like hug or
I know
maybe like even hang out.
Have you done that at all?
So sad.
Have you done that with anyone yet? Just like gone and stood?
Yeah, I went on a walk. I went on like a COVID walk with someone where we were like walking 6 feet apart with like bandanas over our faces.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Chisa is kind of getting into this social thing. Like our friend Sam has come over and sat, not in our house, but like outside. We've talked far apart. Yeah. And I don't think, part of it it's kind of nice, I guess. But like it feels kind of like like being really hungry and just eating like a single bean.
I know.
Like just slicing that bean up like hobos do in cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the walk I went on at first, but then when it was time to say goodbye, it was a little deflating because I was like, that's all we get. Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
And then I'm like, are we going to do that again? Or just not see each other for really long
forever, for potentially ever. I know. The one thing I do like is I'm always uncomfortable with the ending of a social gathering. It's still a little awkward anytime. Like just now it's just like you said, because of that dread that like I'm never going to see you again kind of dread. But it's also I'm kind of happy to not be in a place where I have to decide if I'm supposed to hug you or not. You know,
Right. I like that too.
I think everyone
And
kind
just
of
like
secretly
generally
does.
not having to decide if I'm gonna do anything, you know?
Sure.
Like I'm just not gonna do anything.
Yes, that's true.
So
Yeah, it is. It makes it easier. It's usually what I'd want to be doing anyway. For the most
Yeah.
part, I've been pretty much fine. Because
well,
of
I
that.
heard you were a hub.
A what?
You're a social hub.
I am kind of a social. I mean,
a cyber social hub.
I'm doing this talk show right now. We've got 3
Yeah.
listeners, but they're not in the
Sweet.
not in the chat. They're lurking.
Yeah, cool.
And what else? How else am I a hub? Oh, I've done some Netflix parties.
I have done one based on
Oh, right.
Chisa's
Chisa.
recommendation. Right, and that movie that you saw was horrible. And we're scheduled
So
for
bad.
another on Friday.
Nice. What's coming up? What's the movie?
Well, I suggested Hook.
Okay. Hook.
What do you think about that?
was also suggested that as a.
I think it was because when you watched Space Jam, did it come up as a suggested next movie?
No, I am.
So that's what happened to me.
I'm a big fan of Hook. Hook and I go way back, and it was a favorite childhood movie.
Yeah.
So
me too.
it's just I'm trying to rope people into my world, make them watch it with me.
Maybe you should be on our party.
If you watch Hook, I'll be there. I promise.
I think we're going to. I mean,
great.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any horror movies?
No, I just finished a procedural. I feel like I'm just like, ooh, procedural, because it just feels so rote and kind of just mediocre, which feels really good to me for some reason right now.
Yeah, I understand.
I watched Broadchurch.
Broadchurch?
Yeah, it's like
sounds familiar.
It's like a British. It has Olivia Colman in it, who's amazing. And can I do a spoiler alert?
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna watch it, right?
No.
So this like 11-year-old boy is found on the beach and he's been strangled, and the whole thing is like whodunit, and they basically make you believe that every single person in the town is the killer.
Oh, cool.
And it was actually really good. Like I truly did not know who it was until the last episode.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was the fucking detective's husband.
Yeah, never would have seen that coming. Did it feel? Well, let me ask you this: did it feel natural? Because sometimes they'll escape like you guessing who it is by just like suddenly introducing a character that you were like, oh, okay. Or did it feel like, oh, that person totally? It makes sense.
It was somewhere in between those two, honestly. I mean, they had done this one like lingering camera shot on him, with like creepy music, but they did that with everyone. Like they did that with every single person.
Where they all like winked at the camera.
And then she would comment like, "I suspect everyone except for you." And when she said "except for you," I was like, "Okay."
Oh, they said that.
But really, it was just like generally. And like every episode, they would uncover some like horrific past that another town member had.
Yeah.
But none of them were, it was a lot of like weird childy rape stuff, but but not actually the specific child.
Sure. Oh. So that's a theme of the show.
Yeah, so I watched that, and then I tried to watch this Fellini movie the other night. Called I'm forgetting. It was like one of the 70s ones.
Yeah.
It's just like a year in the life of this Italian town. It was like during fascist times, and really just about all these horny men and boys. That's what it seemed like. It was just like a series of scenes that were like super stylized, like desire montages. And my favorite one was this like 16-year-old boy like wanders into this lady's tobacco shop, and she's just like this very voluptuous woman with giant knockers, and he's like, "I can pick you up, I'm so strong." And so she's like, "Oh, I don't think you can, like you can't even lift the like roll-up gate to get into the store." And So he like picks her up a couple times, and he like looks like he's about to have a hernia. And she just like pulls her tits out, and she's like, "Here, just suck on them." And he doesn't know how to suck. He's like blowing instead of sucking.
Huh.
And that was really frustrating for me.
Yeah, that feels like a level of impotence that at that point in the scene you don't want to see.
Yeah, it's hopeless. It's like, just,
Yeah.
you were a baby once. You could at least remember that.
You know what kind of impotence dreams I have? They are me with like somebody bad is trying to get me, and I have a gun in my hand, but I can't pull the trigger.
Oh,
I
God.
like it just won't fire.
Uh-huh.
That's like kind of like a running in slow motion thing, but with a gun.
Right. Have you been having that one in COVID times?
No, but I did have another anxiety dream that I have fairly often when I'm pretty anxious, which is that I don't know how I get into the situation. Like, there's no murder involved, but I have a body in my possession that I need to hide.
Oh, yeah, I've gotten that one.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mine's fairly reoccurring. I hadn't had
Yeah.
it in a while. And another reoccurring one is waves, big giant tidal waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man. I had this dream like 2 nights ago that I was with this group of people, and we were all just swimming around trying to look for dry land, and there just like wasn't any, and we realized we'd been going the wrong way for a while. And I had these 2 like 65, 70-year-old men I was supposed to be kind of like shepherding, and I had to like go over and tell them like that we needed to turn around, and that we were just going to swim for 15 more minutes, and then we would be back and everything would be fine, which I knew was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that they were going to die, and I was just trying to like make the blow less bad.
Sure. Yeah, it's like you tell your war buddy that, you're going to be okay, even though he's like missing his torso.
Right. Well, Brian, this has been very lovely. You actually caught me on my lunch break.
Oh, nice.
My cyber lunch break, but it's kind of wrapping up now.
Hey, real quick before you go, what was the name of that Fellini movie? Kevin just asked in the chat.
Amarcord. I think it's Amarcord.
That's what he suggested. He said Amarcord question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Joe, thank you for picking up and chatting. That was fun. All right. Good luck with the work day, and I hope
how
those
do I
people
listen,
stop.
Brian?
It is on my. I'll send you a link, and you can subscribe to me on YouTube.
Okay.
Sounds
good.
All right. Bye, Joe.
Bye.
Please leave your message for.
Oh,
Hey,
Hello.
dude. It's a shame to lose a listener.
yeah, I'll just turn on my laptop.
Have you
Keep it
heard?
streaming in the background.
Have you been listening to much of this?
Yeah, I always listen live. I like listening live.
Yeah.
I miss like radio talk shows. I think I
Yeah.
used to listen to a lot of those when I was younger.
Me too.
So this reminds me of that,
Right. This
which
is
is nice.
yeah. You know those old radio talk shows where someone would just call people for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's usually the person in the studio. One of the producers pretending to call.
At least when
That's a difference.
I first started, I would like kind of try to talk while calling people, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've been doing my what?
have you
Yeah.
seen that Fellini movie?
I have. Once you mentioned the breast,
Yeah.
the breastfeeding scene,
Yeah.
I was like, I know I've seen this one.
Right.
And I just like plow through directors where I
Right.
don't even, where it just becomes like a dizzying dream of like every one of their movies back to back.
Sure.
So then I just forget which one it is, but I'm like, I know I've seen that scene.
Right. It just kind of all blends together.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
good.
sounds like a scene that would stand out.
That whole movie is weird because it's like the fascist Italians are there, but it's like kind of goofy. But you know it should be sad.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a weird movie. Tonally, it's weird.
Yeah. I think kind of maybe the saddest stuff is often the goofiest.
Yeah, like what is that Holocaust movie?
The one that was
There's
just
a-
also brought up. Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, Life is Beautiful. That one.
Jacob the
That
Liar.
nonsense.
Jacob the Liar
Yeah.
was another one that came to my mind just now.
I think didn't Jerry Lewis also make a Holocaust clown movie? It just
I-
never. It was
That
never
sounds
released.
really familiar.
Yeah, he directed it and then he wrote it, and it's supposed to be this funny Holocaust movie that has been buried. That he's like refuses to ever like to make sure it never sees the light of day.
So
Like,
you
Tears of a Clown is called.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't really watched like any Jerry Lewis movies because I don't like
The
to watch
Bellhop is-
anything that's not
Old.
not made like
Black and
this
white?
year.
Not directed by David Fincher or starring
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem now that movies aren't made anymore. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna have to go backwards, and as a person who loves movies so much, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
bite the bullet.
There's like a
Start
whole
watching.
well of movies.
That's what you keep telling
You can
me.
never run out. Yeah. They didn't just start making movies in the 80s. There's
Yeah.
70s,
No,
60s,
the 90s.
even in
You're
20s.
right, they started in the 90s, right?
In the 90s, yeah, there were some movies in the 90s.
No, E.T. was in the. Well, I know Jaws was in the 70s,
Yeah,
but
there's some good like black and white movies. I bet you like. I
uh,
saw
I like
Body and Soul. That was pretty good.
I'm trying to think of black and white movies that actually. What's Body and Soul?
It's like a silent movie about this like preacher who comes into town and is kind of like robs these women who are into his sermons,
Oh,
and then someone gets blamed for it, but then they find out it's him. Black and white movies that are silent, the plot is very simple because it has
Sure.
to be.
right.
Because half the time you're just like watching someone just talk without hearing a word they're saying, and then it's like help.
Oh, right. Then the sign comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
What do they
pretty
do to him when they catch him?
I think they beat the shit out of him.
Good.
Yeah. But after a bunch of people die, and they die in like those like silent movie ways where it's just like depression kills you.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
you
They
just
just
like cry yourself to
Keel
death.
over.
Yeah, and then you faint on your bed.
Because they were falsely accused.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then he had to run away from his family.
Are you sure he didn't poison them like Owen Wilson
In that one movie.
in that one movie?
You mean Dupree?
that Craig told me the name of, and I've already forgotten.
I refuse to believe it's not You, Me, and Dupree.
We'll just call it that, like You, Me, and Dupree.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pretty much just a metaphor for religion.
No, yeah, it is. But that's why it's like, as a silent movie, you're thinking, oh, they were doing that? They were pretty edgy back then.
Yeah, I guess people were always edgy.
Yeah.
Like Dante's
people didn't watch
Inferno
it.
is pretty edgy.
Yeah. Like I've been like plowing through Godard movies, like the ones that are censored.
Yeah.
They're pretty edgy, but they're also like slightly incoherent and
Yeah.
just confusing. So,
Which ones have you watched
But I-
recently?
The Joy of Learning. That one's about. It's more like an essay about if the problem we have with thinking that's setting people back is language. So he's trying to make a movie where it's all stream of consciousness, and to prove that language is what's stopping revolution.
Oh, that's like
imprisoning
holding
humans.
us back from enlightenment.
Yeah,
I see.
exactly. Language. So you have to move beyond language. It's use images and sounds that are just, yeah.
Yeah.
It is like an hour and a half of this, what I'm trying to describe.
So the way that like parents say, use your words to like
Yeah.
little kids, he would say like, don't.
Yeah. Basically.
You're fine, dude. just keep
Yeah.
mumbling.
You're imprisoned by those words.
Yeah.
Let me show you how.
Those words aren't yours. You're those words.
Yeah.
You belong to those words.
You being programmed by the bourgeoisie. You have no real thoughts.
I like
That's
On the
the movie.
Waterfront.
That's pretty good.
I like that movie.
That's a Blacklist movie. The guy who wrote it got blacklisted because of it.
Right. Well, didn't he got blacklisted, and then that's basically a movie where he's trying to justify his snitching.
Yeah.
Correct? Because like, isn't that what happens? Like Marlon Brando basically is like put into a position where he has to like tell on the mob or something.
Yeah, but he feels bad about it.
Yeah, and he gets
When
the
he
shit
like
kicked
yells
out of
to
him.
the sky.
He gets the
Yeah.
shit kicked out of him and then goes to work like a true badass. And he says, I could have been somebody. He says that.
Everybody.
I could have been like anybody. It could have been you. That's how that
Could
scene
have been me.
goes.
Yeah. He just goes on forever
but
about
I'm
who he
just
could have
me.
been.
Here I am, just me. Wherever I go, there I am.
Charlie Brown.
But yeah, I think that's the only one. Oh,
That's
I thought
as
of
far
another
as
one.
you've gone?
I thought
What
of
is that,
another one.
50s?
You're gonna like this. I love the movie Harvey. Harvey's like one
Oh,
of my
the rabbit?
faves. Yeah.
The movie he talks to me. You might like. There's another version of Harvey that's like just sadder about a guy who lives at home and he can't find a date. How the fuck? I think
And he imagines a
that?
giant rabbit.
no. He just gets instead of the giant rabbit. Just imagine his mom yelling at him and not calling him a man for an hour and a half. Patty Chayefsky wrote that one that I'm talking about. I forget the name of it.
I like the idea of your mom not calling you a man. Like
Yeah, that's different time.
different times.
Different time.
I watched speaking of Brando, probably why I thought of it. I watched Island of Dr. Moreau last night.
How was that? Like I saw that
It's like
a year ago.
it's kind of better than I remember. Just as like
Yeah,
an
there's some shots
oddity.
that are cool.
Yeah.
Where like all the Brando stuff is amazing. Like it shouldn't
Yeah.
be good.
And there's a scene I kind of forgotten about where then at a certain point, Val Kilmer's kind of acting crazy the whole time, and then after Brando gets killed, he Val Kilmer takes over as Brando, like starts wearing all the weird clothes that Brando had been wearing, and saying he's the father now, and then he starts just doing a straight up like cartoonish Brando impression from like Godfather. I completely forgotten about that, but it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, there's no way that was written down in any script where character now does Godfather impression
Yeah.
in dress,
Yeah.
in muumuu.
Yeah, exactly. With like the sunscreen on. Chisa wants to know about your health, or it says, can we talk about Kevin's health? But it's like, we talked about it for, I think, an hour. One of like
catch up on the
couple
podcast
episodes ago. So Kevin's, as you can hear, doing fine.
I am not apparition. I died in my sleep alone.
Okay, but still okay.
The way God intended it.
Is a ghost and free of the shackles of language.
Yep. Or thought, or my body. My body cannot contain me anymore.
Nope. Free of the bounds of flesh.
Yeah, Celtics, I'm doing all right.
Free of
my organs.
Free of
healed.
the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to.
Yep.
Look at that. That's what you'll get. That's what you get when you come to this show. Hamlet quotes.
Quote talks. Yeah. I'm all right.
Yeah.
now I'm just,
going insane.
Now I'm just back to the normal problems.
Yeah. Well, it's not really the normal problems. It's I mean it is, but it's like it's all blown up.
But like right now I'm not afraid of the virus anymore because I can't get it again. But I'm afraid of like, can I pass it to other people?
I think so.
Does it work like that?
I think
so,
okay. I think you could still
I think you could
still you could like get it on your hands and shit, I think. Like if you went
breathe. Breathe into someone's mouth. Like
yeah, you couldn't do that, I don't think. Because it's been like over a month now.
Yeah. But like, is it in my system where I can pass it?
No.
But my body is okay with it?
No, you can't pass it. Chisa is positively screaming in the other room right now and typing at the same time. No, not at this point. You can't pass it on. But I got
all right, good.
Confession, Chisa is not a doctor.
What?
But you certainly can't pass it on through like it's not you got those antibodies now. If anything, breathing on people is like good.
The cure?
Yes.
I gotta update my
and if you could
my Tinder profile.
If you could concentrate those breaths into like sharp exhales, it would be like a gun of immunity. So if you would just basically cough, if you go and just cough on people, they'll say thank you.
This is how religion starts. This is how my own religion out of my backyard is coughing into people's mouths.
Yeah.
Take me with you. Leave me in.
You sent me the footage for my music video, and it's great footage, by the way. But and I'm also crib.
Yeah. Whoever's listening right now is invited to a party.
It's coming.
Or maybe next summer. I have very low expectations for this planet figuring out a vaccine.
Are you afraid we might like jinx it?
Yeah, because vaccines take forever.
Oh yeah, vaccines. But what about herd immunity?
I think that's just. But Sweden is like that's what Sweden already was. So I feel like that's why they're fine.
They're not fine though. Apparently, Like a lot of
Oh,
the
they're not?
scientists are do social distancing. This is all from a Vice video that I watched, but
Mhm.
you should do social distancing and you should watch. They're saying they're leaving it more like up to individuals as far as like businesses are still open, people still go to restaurants, that kind of thing. So maybe that's where I'll tour.
Yeah, Sweden. That's a pretty cool spot.
That sounds great.
I don't know what's there. Cheese?
Cheese. Is there cheese in Sweden? I think there's cheese in Wisconsin.
Honest. You can make
There's
cheese.
cheese.
I've made cheese in my kitchen.
I've got cheese
It's
right now.
fine.
You've made cheese?
I've made cheese.
What kind of cheese do you make?
I've made mozzarella once, but I didn't make ricotta.
No shit. How did the
It's easy.
mozzarella turn out? How do you make mozzarella? Like
So,
what?
Ricotta, you can there's like an acid congeals in like a more of a blobby instead of just like ricotta is like separated a little more. Or mozzarella, it's like this whole contained thing,
Yeah.
like more of a teardrop.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
little balls.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was just harder, and I was like, this is not worth it. You know, when you make stuff, you're like, this is more
Yeah.
work.
Totally.
And it felt like
There's
it's a fun thing to do once.
Yeah. No, it's true. I've been feeling that way about most things at this point. Where like, because I was really getting in, and so I'm basically all I'm eating is just like chicken, beans, and rice things.
I've been experimenting with like loaves because like there's no flour, so I've just been like milling like oats. I made like an oat loaf.
What do you mean
That
milling?
was
What's that mean? You've been
just like
grinding
you
it up?
just break it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just grind it down to like it's like a flour,
Huh.
but it doesn't act like flour at all. It's more like
We've got some steel cut oats. Maybe I could do that.
denser bread.
Yeah.
It doesn't rise the same way.
Be more like
There's
almond
that
meal,
gluten.
kind of.
Yeah, or
Maybe
yeah.
somewhere in between, maybe.
Like, you ever try to make like those gluten-free breads?
No, I've made a gluten-free carrot cake, which you know.
It was like
about.
kind of dense, right? You know when you
Yeah, it was kind of
cut
dense.
it was like
really non or gluten heavy cake.
which is good when you just like need a snack. I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
So what kind of like oat bread have you made? Kind of loaves.
I made an oat bread and then I made a wee.
Yeah, that sounds
But it has
wild.
protein.
It sounds kind of like a
Yeah,
fruit cake.
but it has like a chalk because like all that wheat protein shit has like a chalky aftertaste. So like I don't have any sugar in the house.
Oh wow,
So
yeah, we're pretty much.
You got to dip it in coffee. So I just like dipped it. It was my coffee biscotti kind of thing.
Oh, I see. To just kind of give it some flavor, break it down,
Or
because it was so dense.
because it's so dry.
Yeah.
Because it just absorbs. It's
And-
really protein, but it needs liquid from
Yeah.
the body to absorb it.
I see.
There's
Well,
that.
that's how those hot dog eating contest guys do it. They like dunk it in water.
And then they slide it down their throat.
It's so gross.
like a
To me,
snake.
I can't think of.
What Kobayashi's doing in the quarantine. No one's asked
Yeah.
that question.
He probably just feels free.
You think he stockpiled? He must have like a stockpile of food the way he trained. Where like
Yeah.
he was stockpiling before the end.
He was interesting
Where
though,
he just
because
had
he
all
was
the
like
hot dogs.
he was just like he's ripped.
It's quite his hot dogs, just
That
printer than
that's-
his.
he doesn't have to
to
work out at all. It's just what happens
Yeah.
when you eat a bunch of garbage Meat.
They appear on. I did get, because of the coronavirus, I do have abs. It is crazy.
just from like losing weight or just doing like
Oh yeah,
push-ups
because my
and,
body
and
was
sit-ups?
dying and it couldn't absorb any nutrients, so I was like losing that layer
Oh, well,
of the muscle.
that's gonna make the t-shirt that I had made for you make more sense. I got coronavirus and I survived coronavirus and all I got in return was abs in this t-shirt.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to lift the abs on the shirt to show the abs
Yeah, exactly.
before they all go away.
Because it's like the shirt itself is like abs and like big boobs, like those kinds of shirts.
Someone gave me one of those shirts once. I never wear it, but it's like
How come?
It says free the tits. What does it say?
Free the nipple?
Free. So I have one of those shirts.
Huh.
I'm like, I can't wear this.
Nah.
I can't be that guy who's just like telling other people to free the nipples.
Yeah, that's a mask shirt right there. But you don't have to wear masks anymore, my friend.
Nope.
It's pretty nice.
I didn't do it. Yeah. I was just washing my clothes via my washing machine. Still works.
Yeah.
Clothes.
That's great.
It was like, because I was washing some of the clothes I was wearing, because when I was sick I didn't change my clothes.
Sure.
And it has like a weird smell to it. You know when you're used to like your body odor?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone can relate.
No, I know
to
what you're saying. And then you're
it
saying
it didn't smell like me.
you could smell the
It's weird.
sickness. The virus might have
Yeah.
an odor.
Yeah, it was like a sour. It was sour.
When I used
More sour
to
than usual.
when I used to do drugs and drink all the time,
Mhm.
when the like rare times that I would work out in those times or like, play a sport or something,
Yeah.
my sweat would smell like whiskey and weed. It was crazy. And it it was like a real it was like, oh shit, that can't be right.
I smell like
a person
my
shouldn't
dad.
smell like
I don't know.
weed. Like you're not even in jet, you're just like smoking it.
Like
Like
weed.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But you must have been smoking a lot of weed. I wonder
all the
can
time.
you smell like cocaine? Just if you're
You
doing
can
enough
smell like
cocaine.
crack cocaine if you smoke it.
Ah.
Cocaine has a weird kind of pharmaceutical sweet smell, the smoke. What crack does anyway. But it's like
I think I've never smoked it, but I've smelled it. It's like a metallic-y thing, right?
yes, absolutely.
So I have been around.
It's interesting because it's like I had kind of forgotten what that smell was like, and then I got into an Uber car or an Uber once, and the dude was like super. I like smelled it right away, and the dude was super like confirming in his behavior, and I was just like, oh wow, yeah, I could completely forgotten what freebasing cocaine smells like, and this guy
Did you
was
get there fast?
just doing it. Like it was the kind of thing where he like just got a last rip in when he saw me on the side of the road.
Tried to sleep, and now he's just
Yeah,
riding the
he
dragon.
was talking my ear off. He was happy. He seemed to have some good concentration.
That's good.
Yeah.
Does Uber still exist via the age of Corona?
I've seen, well, you can't really tell because I've seen a bunch of cars that have the Uber thing in them, but they might just be cars now.
Yeah, now there's just normal cars.
There's no way that people
Strange.
could be taking them nearly
Yeah, because
as
you're not
much.
supposed to be going anyway.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
You've been writing?
Yeah, so I haven't left. Yeah, been writing. That's all I've been doing.
I've been
And
reading.
watching movies.
I've gotten into a pretty good writing pattern. I've been reading, or no, I haven't been reading. I've read a like thing on like 20 different like famous writers and what their routine was when they were writing.
Ooh,
And
any cool ones?
you know what's the funny thing was it was they were all so similar that it was affirming. you know, because it was just so
Mhm.
similar. The like basically almost everybody of all these different writers, they would get up in the morning, like at most, they would make themselves tea or coffee or just grab a glass of water, and then like first thing they would do is start writing. And then they would write for almost everybody would just write for a while in the morning, then eat breakfast, and then the only difference, everybody then would like exercise by walking or like doing push-ups or something. And
Or fighting someone at a bar.
well, that's the other thing was then so everyone would then go walking, and then some people would start writing again in the afternoon for a while. And then some people would, and then everybody would start drinking at around like 5 or 6. And but go to sleep like fairly early so they could get up in the
They
morning
wake up.
and write. It seemed no one mentioned a job. No
Yeah.
one mentioned a job except for Kurt Vonnegut was the only person who mentioned like working his
Oh.
teaching at he taught like writing at like Iowa University or something. And he was the only one who mentioned it. And it looked like he was spending like 45 minutes a day on it, like basically. And he was still drinking in the afternoons. And then yeah, so almost everybody that was the thing was just write in the morning for as long as you can. And then and like simple
Then fuck
things
around.
like don't like edit. You're just trying to not write when you're editing. Like
Sure.
just keep moving on. But it was
That's
like
fair,
it
man.
was affirming because I was like, oh, that's what I've been doing. I guess I just keep doing it.
Yeah, because when I was sick, I couldn't write, but like my body, it's because I've been writing every day since I don't know since my early 20s. Where
Okay, yeah.
I haven't. So like when I was sick, anytime I had any energy, I was like, oh, I'm just write, and then I would just get so tired. But it was like dumb of me. But it's like my body weirdly. It was like my body needed it, or it thought it needed it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just a brain pattern that
Yeah.
like it's
It's hard to
it's
break it.
basically addiction.
Yeah,
to a
no,
certain extent. But it also has like several other, it's not just the pattern. It is an
quells the
expressive
loneliness,
thing.
usually.
It's like stretching, it's operating that muscle. It's like, yeah, it quells loneliness, certainly. It's a big escape.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
you need.
I
It's
think that's why I was
meditative.
doing it, where I needed an escape from thinking about I am dying alone.
Oh, of
Let
course.
me just write a joke.
Yeah, I would
Let me
imagine.
just write a joke.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I guess I'm on the right. Yeah, that's how I usually write in the morning, and then I just watch a movie, and then I wash my clothes.
How many movies would you say you've watched you watch a year?
Because I used to watch a movie at night, like a random movie at night. So I was watching one a day,
Yeah.
or then I just put something in the background that I've seen before that I liked when I'm like cooking.
Right.
So it's, I don't know, 2 a day, or
2 a
because
day.
sometimes I don't finish that movie.
Yeah. So you're watching like 600 movies a year, almost.
Yeah, some of them are, but I rarely watch TV. Like getting into TV is like hard for me, and when I do get in it, I will
Right.
just sit there and endure
will
it, even
finish
if I
it.
hate it. Yeah,
Except
like
for the
Westworld, I'm
leftovers.
finishing it,
Except
I
for
don't
the
even-
leftovers.
but I haven't even. I haven't
Which
started Leftovers.
Now feels like now hearing you say this really makes me feel like you're just spiting me by not finishing the leftovers.
It's just the the episodes are so bad.
The first couple are rough.
So bad.
But like the premise is cool. You learn the
It is.
premise in the first one, and that's cool.
And I hear the second season is great.
Second season's so good. First season doesn't
Right.
end that badly. First season, like if you make it, and think of like the Young Pope. I'm telling you, it pays off, and it does
like-
does pay off in the first season. It just takes too long. which is why nobody watched it.
Yeah, that's why they canceled it pretty soon after.
Well,
But like
3
Young
seasons.
Pope is like visually cool and that's
Yeah,
interesting. All his stuff is kind of bonkers.
I know,
So
but
like, if
I
I'm
lost
not getting
interest.
the story,
I lost interest
You did?
in the first season
yeah,
of Young Pope, and I put it away thinking I wasn't going to finish it. And then once I saw that they were doing that next season with Malkovich, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go back. And I totally
Yeah,
liked the next episodes, the last couple episodes of that first season. So,
yeah.
and then I loved the second
Like
season.
you should see his movies. His movies are also like that kind of vibe of.
I don't know what movies he did.
He did Youth. He did Beauty. He did this weird one. The title of the Talking Head song. Forgot that. Where something.
Huh.
Where it's like, who's that guy who crossed during Katrina? He had a shotgun and a boat.
Bush?
And he came to help the people. No, close. He's an actor. He had
Oh,
a shotgun, a boat.
Master P.
Katrina. No. He dated Madonna in the 80s.
Sean Penn?
Sean Penn, yes. Sean Penn plays like the lead singer of The Cure, if he's still alive now,
Oh,
going on tour to
I've
kill
seen that
his-
image.
a Nazi.
Huh.
That's what that movie is.
Well, that
it's
makes
so
me want to
weird.
see that movie.
Yeah, it's bonkers, but it's interesting. It's not a perfect movie, but it's
No,
interesting.
I can't imagine it could be.
No, it's so weird because that director he just makes shit. His style is so like there's no one like that doing that.
Yeah,
This is what I like.
I don't think I can do Westworld. I got to the part where Jesse Pinkman is somebody gives him doses him with some stupid drug, and then he's seeing everything in like black and white.
Wasn't that in The Watchmen?
No, yeah, that's where they got it from, the nostalgia or whatever. But no, this happens to Jesse Pinkman in fucking in the last episode that I watched of Westworld. It was like so dumb. And it was so distracting. It was during their car chase. There was like a car chase and they were shooting a gun. Anyway. Have you been watching
I
it?
watch that when I'm cooking. I watch it when I'm cooking, so I'm like half watching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I miss? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm doing that just like completely just as a time filler as well. Also when I'm cooking or baking or something.
Yeah, that's a perfect cooking show where it's like some noise in the. It's a good show if you live alone.
It's not a good show.
Noise.
It's not. There's no way you can call it a good. Well, the first season is.
If
good.
you need some noise, it's a good show. It's a good noise in the background because they're always yelling at each other.
And this is
everyone's hiding.
I'm just bringing this up because of the way you worded it. But one thing that really bugs me about this second season or third season, I guess, is that the sound mixing is terrible. And like, I'm just it like confounds me every time I put it on, it confounds me because I'm like, no other HBO show has this problem. Like every time I think that my speakers are broken and cause it's just like music will come up and then I can't understand anything anyone's saying. And like, it just feels so distant. It feels like the boom operator was like fucking like 20 yards away or something. Like it's so bad. And I don't understand how they did that.
Because they know no one's really watching it anyway.
Yeah, but usually even with bad shit, like it's not that like there's the obvious things that Hollywood has learned how to do correctly at this point, you know? It's weird.
Sure.
I don't know.
Especially on HBO.
Anyway, so it's not even a good show to just listen to.
This made me think. You talking about the sound mixing made me think of something that I wanted to ask you. Because you know, like in life, there's certain things certain people can do, and you're just like, that's magic.
Yeah.
Because you just don't. Music is like that for me.
Sure.
Where anyone who plays an instrument or or
Right.
sings or does anything musically. It just feels like magic because I don't understand anything about it. I don't
Right.
understand chords.
Right.
Don't understand mixing. It's
Yeah.
just one complete piece already when I'm seeing it. So I was wondering, like, if you play music, because I know you play music,
Yeah.
you make movies. Like, is there anything that feels like
Drawing.
magic?
Drawing feels like
Drawing?
magic to me. I don't
Yeah.
understand how people can make a thing just look like a thing. Like I can kind of like I can look at like a picture of somebody and sit there and like work on it for an hour and get kind of a sketch that like maybe you can
Looks like a person.
remotely, if you are familiar with the person, it remotely kind of looks like, and I'm just, I might as well be tracing it at that point, but I cannot just like make a thing look like a thing. Like I couldn't just like, if I tried to draw a car, it would just look like a 6-year-old trying to draw a car, like I can't do anything to show depth or like make a hand look
Yeah.
like a hand. I can't do it. It's magical. Absolutely magical.
That's
Like-
what I was saying. Like, I saw a portrait of a woman on fire,
Uh-huh.
and they're like painting, and it just made it seem too easy.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is so hard.
Yeah.
Which I loved. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You did like that movie, huh?
Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Recommend it.
If you say so.
I know Cheetah didn't like it, right?
I don't remember.
She booed it with the peanut gallery?
I think maybe there was some booing. I don't remember. I might have projected that because I didn't think it looked very good, or I just felt like
Pretty
it
good.
looked like a movie that I had seen many times. But that's like your genre.
Yeah. Movies that
Period
seen many times?
pieces.
Yeah.
Coming
Sad
like
period
section,
pieces.
like trying to accept sexual, preferences and period pieces.
That is my genre.
Yeah,
The genre
that's what
works.
we all say about you.
Yeah, when people look at me, they're like, "Oh yeah, he's that sexual awakening guy."
That's he's got that one thing. I mean, he watches 600 movies a year, and 590 of them are about that.
I did see another movie like a Stranger. It's about two men,
Uh-huh.
like a thriller.
Huh.
There's similar vibes. I don't know why.
It's called The
you just
Stranger?
Put movies
Is
right.
it Camus?
Something straight. No, it's like a French movie. Forgot.
Camus.
Again, it's just me putting a movie on. I mean, like, I guess I'll watch it all through.
Yeah. Do you know me and Camus have the same birthday?
Really?
Yeah.
Have you brought it up to him when you meet every year
It's election
for your
day
joint
too.
birthdays?
November 7th. Election day.
Ooh.
Me and Camus.
When democracy dies, it will die on your birthday.
It did. I voted for Al Gore, and on my 18th birthday, on the day, I voted, and at my high school, and then that night I watched democracy, like I think officially publicly die.
Yeah, when it got diagnosed. Now it's
Yes,
just a corpse.
exactly. At least, yeah, we were just understanding. Oh, it is dead. They were right. It has been dead. It was never alive.
It must be nice if you've never lived before 9/11, because then this is like normal. Everything that we're all going through is just like, oh, this is another random thing. But before 9/11, everything was just kind of okay. There were no real major problems.
Yeah. Even like that initial, like, even like Columbine or whatever was kind of like,
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. We'll talk about it for a couple of days and then we'll be like, well, that'll never happen again.
Yeah. Now we're in this infinite loop of madness.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it gets better. Who
That
knows?
sounds like a
Right?
good place to end.
Hopefully it gets better.
I do too. Summer of Love, I'm telling you.
Yeah, summer of love my ass. It's gonna be me being like, I swear I can't get it again. I swear.
That will
Just
be
one drink.
your dating
One
profile.
drink.
Your dating profile will say, "I swear I'm immune."
And no one, because I've told people I got it, and no one believes me, which is the crazy. Because I don't tell anybody anything.
Right.
No one believes me.
No one believes that you could have had it without telling them.
Yeah, because
But then why would you lie?
Where
You're also
they
not
tell
the
everybody.
type of person to be like, "Hey, here's
Yeah.
this thing I made up."
Yeah.
What
I
a
don't
weird
understand it.
lie that would be.
Yeah. Where it's like, I'm not saying you for, because like I think most people do it thinking that I'm going like pity me, but I'm just like, oh no, I'm fine now. It was the
Right.
worst.
Yeah, and again,
But-
that's not really a part of your personality.
Yeah.
The whole pity
I don't
me
know.
thing.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna die, and I didn't tell anyone. I just told you just in case
In
someone
case you
needed to pick
died.
up the body. Yeah. So that was it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
in there.
no, yeah, I would have. It was more for you to just call the authorities.
I was just gonna. I mean, once you told me, and then I knew that you were really sick, and then I was like trying to check in on you, and every once in a while it would be a couple hours. So then I warned you that I was going to burst in and ventilate your room if you didn't get back to me. But actually, what I was going to do was just walk to your house and set it on fire.
Yeah,
Just to try to
no one else
protect the
can be.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
So no one else would walk in and it wouldn't spread like The Grudge.
Hmm. That's what like The Grudge.
Like
Haven't
The
seen it.
Grudge. You haven't seen it? It's good. Well, you
No.
wouldn't like it because it's scary. Because it's a ghost
Yeah.
movie. It's a ghost movie, and you don't give a shit about ghost movies.
Is there sexual awakenings at least?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
I love my ghost stories that have sexual awakenings.
I'm trying to
Then I'm
think
there.
if there are any. Oh, in Ghostbuster. Oh, Ghost definitely. And Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd, I think, gets a blowjob from a ghost, or at least they insinuate that. It's like a
Yeah.
PG. It's a PG movie, so they don't really like.
Yeah, like what is it? Yeah, it's like Dan Aykroyd's like main fantasy, where he wrote a movie because he's always wanted that.
Yeah, that
And
sounds.
then they
about
gave him
right.
$1 million. I
Hey guys,
to
I
do
have
it.
an idea. I have a great idea.
have a
Dan
seed of an
Aykroyd.
idea. The ghost blows me. We'll figure it out from there.
Well, you know what? We started off this show by describing a very sexy scene from a Fellini movie, and we'll end it on an even sexier scene from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd's orgasm face.
Yeah, I think a lot of people come to this show for the erotica factor. So
That's
great.
why I'm here. That's all I watch.
as we've
Apparently,
learned.
I need to stop the meeting. This fucking thing.
Yeah, all 4 people will hold that against you.
Now, never work on SNL.
Have you watched any SNL?
No.
They
Is it
just
on?
they
Is it
put
on?
out they put out an episode of all of them in their houses.
Ugh,
It's rough.
sounds
It is
rough.
rough. Tom Hanks hosts
Sounds.
from his
Oh.
house, but it's rough.
Yeah. Is this probably people just talking to webcams? the whole
Yeah,
time?
everyone's like impersonating YouTube people, and Pete actually has a pretty fun. He does a couple rap songs, and one of the best bits is a rap song about him bragging about. Well, you'll have to check it out. I hate explaining sketches, but
No, it makes them funnier when you watch it. When you explain jokes. It always
the
makes
worst.
them funnier.
It is the worst. I hate it when people do it to me, and I hate when I find myself about to do it.
Yeah, when someone's you're like, oh, you got to see the stand-up joke, and then
Yeah.
they say it, you're like, oh, now there's no way I'm gonna laugh, and now they're showing me the clip.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
ruining the actual bit, and you're ruining the next 5 minutes of my life.
But then you smile, go, that was cool.
Yeah, you go, oh, that's funny. Nothing shows that something's funnier than when someone tells you that it is in fact funny.
Yeah, I don't laugh. I just tell people it's funny.
All right. Well, now I'm definitely going to go because I'm at the brink of explaining a sketch. So,
Yeah,
it's good talking to
Go
you.
for a
Thanks for picking up.
of
You're going to go
course.
for a walk? Go for a long walk
I'm gonna go
as
for a
all the
walk.
writers do.
Go
To
for my long
break
walk.
up the writing and
Get
drinking.
some alcohol.
There you go.
Black out. Wake up in the morning.
And do it all over again.
Do it again.
All right, dude.
All right.
Peace. Oh, peace.